Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back again my YouTube channel. In this video I want to read chapter 11 about learning the difference between play and sport. I like pain. This is an acquired taste and can be overdone, but pain is important to me. This rather bizarre taste makes me an avid player of all sport and a fantastic spectator. Pain raises sport from the level of entertainment to that of human achievement, and I consider it central to a human education. I become conscious of the difference between play and sport when I helped organize a sand-drought football team at the age of 20. This was a child direct. Our parents didn't know where we were. Activity. We had to figure out what we would do. The first thing was to schedule a game with a similar team from a nearby town. I never acquired to us to practice or prepare for the game except to do what we had done for years: run around, pass the football, and yell. The result was catastrophic. Our opponents were prepared. They tired us. Half the team was injured, and all of us were humiliated. Follow the leader. It dawned on us that we were engaged in a sport, not in play. If we were to play decently, let alone win, we would have to prepare, and the only way was to learn the discipline of practice. Looking back, I realized that at that moment we underwent a profound experience. We entered into a social contract that bound us together with ties still strong after more than 13 years. Our quarterback imposed his rule on us. He was never elected captain or coach, but simply assumed the office. His voice was stentorian and his will was indomitable. He focused my attention on the importance of pain and the reaction to it. We had been passed around unmercifully by a larger and stronger opponent on our 5-yard line. He told the team he would take the ball on every play until we lost it, and from the look in his eye, we all knew we had better not lose it. He was not large, and it seemed folly to plunge into the center of the line, especially since he had no pads or helm to protect him. The first rush caught the other team by surprise, and he went for a 10-yard. On the second flange, they stiffened, but we still moved for 60 yards. He inched forward after the first few rushes. It was clear that our offense consisted of one play off the center. By the time we had penetrated to their 13-yard line, our quarterback was covered with dust and blood, but still giving the same command: snap the ball to me on 3. A surprising thing happened. The opposition collapsed. We moved 5, then 10, then 15 yards until the touchdown was made. One boy, determined to break his opponents regardless of personal agony, had demoralized 11 other boys, all as big as or bigger than he, and as good or better football players. Their undoing was their inability to understand how the human will can drive the body to do things that defy reason. I have never forgotten that day and the lesson I learned. Like my teammates, I had a healthy fear of pain, but I realized that this fear could be overcome, and that the man who could overcome it had distinct advantage. At the moment, I become a sport nut. In the years since, I have used that lesson well. Pain of one sort or another is everywhere. It is painful to come for a problem in mathematics that you cannot solve. It is excruciating to roll blank paper into a typewriter and have no word come for hours. It's hard to give a lecture that puts students to sleep or worse, that is terrible but applause. These are mental agonies, but they are no less real than the physical. And I'm convinced that learning to live with a transient physical pain can give one the strength to conquer the mental variety. Onward and upward, onward and upward. And so I have continued to finish myself. Even at the slow pace I run, it's hard. My first veterans in touch football are becoming fuzzy and less clean. The wakes get heavier to lift even when they add up to same total. I don't bounce quite so lightly anymore in a judo throw. It is still worth it, for my will remains firm, so I must lower my physical side. And more, I have become a faithful spectator, for what I think I see in sport is a process by which young people become mature men and women. I realize that modern physiology has claimed that sport do not build character. It is true that sport may not improve a person. Just a college education and urban world. I choose to teach because I truth and think that a human education can or must create better people. I firmly believe that sport are a fundamental part of that education. To know of what one is capable, both mentally and physically, it is to know the scope of one's freedom. And that is what education is all about. Okay, thank you. That's all my video. I think enough. And see you in my next video. I will end. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.